Caroline that we have here. Controlling time, building MMO game worlds. How come this one? Yeah, these ones are so empty. We need to build up stuff here. Ah, bugs. The red squiggly things are bugs. Not like they're not like bugs in the game. They're bugs like in the game, right? They're not like bugs to the game. They're bugs like of the game. Wait, hold on. Um, I swear it makes sense in my head. Um, it's like, right? She's building an MMO game world, right? And so every game world is gonna have bugs, and so those are the bugs as represented in the game as red squiggly lines. Although sometimes they don't squiggle. I didn't get that. I didn't really see that bug like when we were working on the game, but like I did notice that it happens. I don't know why it happens, but the bugs are bugs. So that's a bug, I guess. The fact that they. Oh wait, no, they don't squiggle when time is frozen. Oh, so it's not really a bug actually. Oh no, that one's not squiggling and time's not frozen. So yeah, okay, I guess there is actually a bug there. Anyways, all right, what was I doing? What was I actually supposed to be doing? Close tabs. Yes. So if g event on equals 2, yeah, so in this case, I think I'm going to keep track of like a counter, just like toggle between the two, because we'll want to be like alternating. Oh no, you know what we can do actually? Oh yeah. No, you know what we can do? Now that I won't be able to do this for I won't be able to do this uh for like the for when I'm balancing like growth and like other stuff, but I'm just gonna put them in chunks, right? Because like, so if g event on is greater than 0, if screen text blah 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 greater than 0 blah blah blah, then we'll just say if g event on it equals 2. So we'll always add in the event text, and then we'll just also add in the midtime text. So then we'll also say screen screen text append screen text midtime screen text midtime, and instead of new text position, it'll be new text position plus screen text event index 1, because that's the width, right? That's the width of the screen text event, so we'll have to account for that width, and we'll want to add in the buffer as well, right? So screen text buffer, and then so yeah, instead of like having to alternate between the two, we'll just we'll always during an event be repeating the event text, but then if it's after the midtime, when we go to add in like new display of the event text, we'll add in the midtime text as well. So yeah, how about that? How about that? How about it? Okay. So yeah. Sorry. So let's save this, and you know what? Maybe I'll do something simpler with yeah, maybe I'll do some. Oh. Well, ah, ah, I don't know. I keep trying to think like I want some way to very subtly convey like the convey to users or to players like what are the things that like we want, and like what are the things that like what are the good things, what are like the not as good things, and in terms of like action tags, and in terms of like what players could select, because like I do like that was added into the chat, like right, Trusty Bard now says like only one action can win out, like the smart choice might be Knowles or whatever, you know, something like that. And then the thing about that is that well, okay, so it's just a matter of coming up with like a visual language for like how to convey that information. And like the thing about my language is that it's really blunt. It's like I already like, so in different events, or like in different environments, the action text shows up on a different color backing, And so like there are some situations where like the backing color is green. There are other situations where the backing color is red. So I can't just use color coding to like, and I shouldn't use color coding to indicate like which ones to take anyways. But like I don't know. Like I maybe I'll just kind of like completely change like how those frames work right now, because like I can't really think of a way to accomplish it like using the frames as they are currently. Um, but like I mean there's very different things. Like sometimes like the message is like here choose this action tag, and then like other times the message is like I don't know. I Well, like basically, what I'm trying to communicate visually is the same thing that like that I'm showing in like event midtime. So like it's basically like uh, this like this entire chunk of like conditional statements here, like where I literally like for all of these different outcomes, like I have like a different like possible thing that Trusty Bard says. Like basically what I now want to come up with is like a set of symbols or like some other like visual cues that cover like these exact same like cases, because it's going to be these exact same cases. Um, but these are a lot of cases to handle, so like it's yeah I don't know. It's doable. It's entirely doable. I just like I guess I just haven't done anything like that really for the project yet, so that's going to be an interesting task when we get to it. Um, and I think part of the reason I'm talking about other tasks now is that I think I've accomplished. Oh no, no, the growth events. I haven't done the growth events thing yet. Um, so yeah, let's do that because, like I was saying, I can't use the same super sneaky like mid time thing for the for the growth things. I'll actually need to like do some sort of like alternation. Um, or can I? Maybe I actually can. Maybe I just have to. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe I'll just always like maybe I'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll do the same thing, and then it'll always be like I'll always do the. Yeah, that seems fine actually. That seems actually kind of fine. All right, let's try that. um, we'll just add them in chunks a little bit, kind of, I guess. And that is actually fine. So okay, so screen text. Yeah, I have to add in a bunch of things now, and so I might as well. I have to start somewhere. So all right. So in the else case, um, yeah, because I don't. Oh, that is one thing though. Like, I don't know how I feel about bonus like the. I don't know how I feel about these like this growth bonus text thing. When like with an event, like with events, typically I just want to say like don't even show these things, or like I mean like the way it's supposed to work is that these things aren't like these growth opportunity things. Oh no no. I was gonna say they don't even happen during events, but that's not true because I actually right now I let it so that a chat GM actually can initiate these things during events. So actually, I guess I do want to handle the case where these things might also be in the mix. So actually, I will do it the same cheaty weird way, but yeah, I'll say so. Oh, those things will be done already, and then we'll say, oh, okay. You know what? Actually, okay. So actually, the new text position thing. I'm not gonna do this like, I'm not gonna do this thing where I chunk this thing upwards. You know what I'm gonna do is whenever I add a new thing, I'm actually gonna increment up the new text position. So when we add in this one, we'll say new text position plus equals these other terms. uh, and then same thing here. So new text. So every time we add in like this stuff, we'll say new text position uh, plus equals. So the buffer for one thing, uh, and then the width of the thing that we just added in. So it'll be the plus equals the buffer, and then it'll be screen text mid time index 1, which is the width. And oh hey, Watson, hey, thank you for hosting. Welcome. We're working on SideQuest right now. For those of you who just tuned in, and I just at the end of last week I added more on-screen text. So here, if I initially sorry, just GMing for a second. If I activate an event in the game, now not only do the action tags show up on screen to show you like what are the key phrases for this event, but also we have the scrolling text at the bottom of the screen. So I'm just going through and I'm adding more instances of that. I'm adding in like more places for that text to appear. So that way, I mean, all the text that shows up on screen shows up on chat, but I was testing the game in a channel with 50,000 viewers. And if you've been in a channel with 50,000 viewers before, you'll notice that chat goes really fast and it's really hard to read. So scalability is the name of the game. No, it's not. SideQuest is the name of the game. Scalability is the name of the current focus, or one of the priorities that we're working towards right now. So I'm setting up a system where when we add that event to the screen, we set it up to scroll, and we also set it up so that like whenever we need to be showing text on screen, we'll always be able to show whatever text is pertinent at any given time. So for example, during an event, like what the important text is the text of the event itself, and then oh, actually, I guess I really don't have to explain to you guys the value of having this on-screen text, because with Watson hosting, a lot of you are not in this chat channel, so you can't see like right now in this chat channel, TrustyBard is actually saying the same stuff that you're seeing on screen. He's actually saying it in chat, but because unless you're in the chat channel, you actually right. So there's another reason that like up until now the game has used entirely just the chat channel to convey that information, but I really want this game to not just like work, but like really like I want it to like really like I'm making this game specifically for this format, right? So like why not like really like meld it into the format? Like why not really adapt it? And the answer is there is no reason not to, and so that is what I'm doing. All right. So screen text. This is the case of screen text outcome. Right. So we have this next new text position, which is basically like a cursor that like moves across the screen as we're adding in these like text strings to show us like where the next one will get added. So there are like various different cases of like how much text or like whatever is getting actually added to the screen. So so there are like various things that we're looking for when checking this, and it's like we could be adding like only a single thing to the queue, we could be adding multiple things, and so in the case that we are adding, or like regardless of what the cases are, we keep this new text position so that whenever we add something new, we'll know what is the appropriate place to add it. So let's and I haven't restarted the script recently, so there's actually more text that should be showing up on screen, but it'll show up once I restart the script. So let's all right. So what we're looking at here is the growth text. So we'll say if it doesn't matter if the event is on or not. We'll just say if screen text outcome, or excuse me, if screen text growth index 1 is greater than 0. Oh wait, no, we don't actually. Yeah, no, it does have to be greater than 0. Although hypothetically I don't know. Hypothetically, it should always be greater than 0. I mean, like, the second value that I'm about to check, it should always... That might be redundant. I might take that one out. But, no, because, like, it should always be greater than 0 if, what is it, G frame time is less than screen text growth time. Yeah, because like, yeah, I don't. That does feel redundant, and I am going to take that out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unlike the outcome text, like this only depends on one factor, which is this factor. It's not like the else case for yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's satisfactory. And then so if gframe time is less than screen text growth time, then we'll say screen text dot append, and this time it'll be a list of screen text growth index 0, screen text growth index 1, and new text position. I mean, I technically don't have to update new text position right now because there's nothing that comes after this, but yeah, no, I'll wait until. Yeah, no, it'd be pointless to update new text position. If I add something that comes after this, though, I will want to update it at some point. All right, so screen text, this is never going to evaluate because for one thing, we're not sending through the message that this would ever update, and we're not sending through the message that this would ever update, and we're not handling that message. So let's handle that message first, I guess. I mean, we have to do both, so we can do it in either order. So yeah, there's just not even any messages from in the graphics thread because previously there was no visual representation. Like you could gain experience from it, and that would get represented visually, but like there was no. Oh yeah, the screen text thing. Oh yeah, I never actually used this screen text thing or reused it or anything. So I'll just say like growth whatever. Yeah, so we will fabricate characters, and we will do so end screen text equals blit text, and then no, we don't have to do that. We can just say it directly like screen text growth equals blit text ng message index 1 font character 2. Yep, that's all correct. And then right, so we can get rid of that. Although we will also say screen text growth time equals gframe time, the current time, plus screen text growth duration. Yeah. Okay. And so now we just have to send this message out too. So let's go to where we process growth for like not for the purpose of not for the purpose of oh, there it was. Yeah. So growth. Oh wait, there are actually two places where we'll have to send this message out because, or three places. No, two places where we have to send this message out because the automated system does it differently than the yeah. There's growth and there's init growth. Just because I don't care. Excuse me. So say lines, yeah. Okay, so right. So say quotes. Okay, yeah. So we say quote, and then so down here we'll say right after we say quote, we'll also say graphics messages dot put. We'll put a new message in the list or the queue or whatever, and so it'll be a list of the string growth because that's the type of message, and then all we have to say. Oh, we have to do we have to check for new characters here. So we say for what do we like for C in how do we do this? It's like we basically check if the character exists already. Yeah, so for C in blah blah blah, we blah 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 and blah blah blah, and then we send out the new characters. Okay, so oops, no, stop being selected. Okay. Actually, wait, I did want it selected. Never mind. Hey, listen to your follower sound. The Black Lotus 92. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. All right, so we have this empty list of new characters. We're basically just scanning the text to see if there are any characters that is not that are blah, any characters that are not already in our character set. And so um, we check those characters, and then I mean actually since the automated system, no, you know what? I'm not going to do that here because the automated system, it never changes after startup. So instead of doing this, you know what I should do instead of doing this is that I should just at startup I should just scan the entire list of like all of this data, and I should, yeah, yeah. All right, hold on. I do have to scan for new characters in other places, because in other places, actually wait, I'll finish this thought and then I'll, yeah. Okay, so growth, so we send sayQ, or no, excuse me, not sayQ, say lines. Wait, what? Say quotes. Say quote, yeah. Say quote, and then the last one is blank. In this case, there will be cases where growth messages could have new characters, but in this case there are no new characters, so we can just say that one's blank. And that's like good now, right? Right, so ng, wait, for C and ng, oh, it's not ng message index 4, it's ng message index 2, and then ng message index 1, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, right. So all this text, like all this pre-scripted text, like I don't have to worry about this after the start, because the what is it? It's like after I load all this data in, it's like, what would it be? It'd be like I don't know, like game data slash, right. So no, not here per se, but like no, not load stream data. Yeah, okay. So I load in all the growth data, and then you know what I can do is I can just say growth list. Yeah, I can just say like so like, oh wait, so it's the growth list, and then it's also the events, the prescripted events, and the growth. So we can say so like for yeah, so new chars equals new chars equals an empty list, and then we'll say for what? For li in actually no, you know what? I can just do this up front. I don't have to iterate over, because I'm already iterating over all these things. So yeah, before I do all this that raw list blah 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 whatever. Wait, this is events, right? Yeah, okay. So I can just say like new chars equal new underscore chars equals an empty list, and then we'll say so where is it that we actually load in the event text itself? Event outcomes. Oh, outcomes, yeah. Outcomes, and yeah. So outcomes, yeah. Okay, so out data index 0. Wait, there are two places where we handle outcomes. Right, we do it here and here. So yeah, actually maybe I will do this at the end, because like I iterate over it differently. Like it'd be awkward to like cram it in the middle here. So yeah, I guess I will do this. I will do this somewhere else. So let's all right. So yeah, whatever. We'll put it here. So we'll say right. So for so new char is equal blah blah. So then we'll say like for li in growth list, right? Yeah, growth list. And growth list is append line. growth list.append line. Wait, append line. Line. Oh, right, because it is the 2 data points. So it'll be growth list. So you're right. So for li and growth list, we'll say for c in growth list, or for li index 1, because index 1 is the text. Index 0 is the value. So for c in so we'll say if c not in char sets, font char sets, defont char set, then fabricate. Oh no, we can't. We can't fabricate the characters on this thread. We have to. We only append c, and we say defont char set. Defont char set. Does this guy even know how to code? Which guy? The guy that banned you? The guy that banned your stupid face? Your ugly, stupid face? That guy? Is that guy the one you're talking about? Is that the guy you're talking about? Is that the guy? Is that the guy you're talking about? I'm just kidding. I didn't ban you. But shut up. Shut up your stupid face. Why did I delete your message? Because your face is stupid and you're a butt. In real life, that's how it goes, bro. Alright. So defont char set, we will dot add c. Yeah. And then okay, so then continuing on, we'll say for EV in, oh wait, how do we keep track of events? Do we just have a big old list of events? We do have a big, yeah, events. So we just say so for li in events, I am a bit of a power maniac. I've never been moderator before, so I'm getting used to it, but I haven't learned how to be fully responsible. No, you're wrong, Sakasa. It's not because there's an enormous amount of extra features. It's because I just prefer to work in a single file. Like I could put this in multiple files if I thought that would be better. And clearly other people think that's better. Like idiot stupid people like Kingly Crab probably thinks I'm sorry. I'll stop being mean to you. No, some people prefer other approaches. I prefer this approach. It's what works for me. So how many lines in my entire source? Last time I counted it was 4,500. I haven't counted recently. All right. Well, continuing on. So for li and events, we're gonna so oh, there's actually a lot of text in an event that we'll want to like scan for. I'm like hitting the I'm hitting keys. I'm like, why is it not? I was not typing anything. It's because my cursor was on my other computer. Okay, yeah. So for events, we want to do epilogues. Ooh. All right. So yeah, epilogues are more screen text. So actually, I'm gonna just so I don't forget. I'm gonna just jot down epilogues as screen text because that's the thing. So yeah. So for events, we want it to be the event text itself, like the intro text, like the main chunky heart of the text, the all of the outros, because they're like, you know, up to 4 different outros. The epilogues, again, there could be multiples of those. I think it's just those 3 things. Yeah. Okay, so for li and events, we'll say so for C in li, li, it's not index 1. For C in li dot, what do I call these things? I know epilogues is epilogues. Epilogues is epilogues. Outcomes, I think, is outcomes. And then what is just the actual like event text itself? Intro. Name, we don't have to do. Source. No, we don't have to do... No, we do have to do source. Yeah. Oh, no, but source is part of the standard character set, so... Environment we don't have to do. Action names we don't have to do. Action fact? No, that's not a real thing. I mean, it technically is, but it'll be really difficult for me to ever care about that. Chains? No, that's not a real thing. That's data, it's not text. It's not, that's just game data. It never actually gets written out. So yeah, just epilogues and outcomes. Outcome jumps, epilogue jumps, yeah, that's just game data. Okay, so yes, so it is in fact outcomes. So intro, yeah. So wait, we're retyping. Right, so for li in events dot intro, for C in lines intro blah blah. Okay, so then we'll say so for all right. So, wait, actually no. Then we say so for so we'll say for OI in li dot outcomes outcomes then we'll say so for C in OI basically we're scanning over all this text that we just input, and so then we'll do the same thing for OI in li dot epilogues. Yeah. Then we'll scan over all that text as well. And so this should be all of the, is that all of it? Yeah. Yeah. So now at this point do I still have away mode on? Oops. I'll just deactivate that. We don't need it on forever. So yeah, so now once we process that, we can say, oh, I mean, I just wanted to fabricate these characters. So, what do I do to make it fabricate characters? Is there, because I know there are things that I can send over that'll make it fabricate characters, but like, let's just make it just straight up fabricate characters, like right off the bat. Whatever. I'll just send through an event status, and the event status will say that the event is like off or something. Then that's fine. It's entirely like neutral and not going to cause any harm. I'll just say that the event is off. It was already off, but now it'll be still off. And we won't send any text through, but we'll just send through the new characters. And so it will process ngMessage index 3. And yeah. Yeah. Because then it'll say the event is off, so it'll be this off case, but it'll say ngMessage 2 will be length 0, so it'll just evaluate down here, and that's fine. Okay, so event status. Okay. So yeah, where's our for C in OI? Right, so down here we'll just say graphics messages dot put graphics messages dot put so it'll be an event status message, and it will be we'll say that the event is off. It'll be 0, and there'll be no text, and we'll send through the new characters. Yeah. Okay. So now we don't have to worry about fabricating that stuff for pre-scripted events, and it'll also take a bunch of prefabrication for very common characters, and put it at the front of the script, so it won't happen while the script is running. So it'll be less likely to cause like any sort of like hitchy whatever. It'll take some of that effort off of Pygame. I rag on Pygame kind of like I rag on trolls in chat, but like, trolls are trolls, and they're stupid-faced jerks who should, like, go eat a barrel of stupid. Pygame isn't that bad. Pygame, there are things I wish it could do, but it's actually part of the reason that the game stutters at all right now, like, part of the reason we get these, like, slow frames is not necessarily just because of Pygame. It's also partly because of just the way my computer's been running it, because like when I run it in the foreground, Pygame does fine. It's only when I run it in the background, like when I have it behind other windows, that it yeah. Okay. Oh, is the midtime text? Oh no, yeah, no. I was like, I saw the phrase "you could probably," and I was like, wait, is that midtime? No, I haven't restarted the script, so. Uh, um, what was I working on? Oh yeah, growth. So we're doing growth now for so we're sending out the growth message. In the case of the natural growth, yeah, like or the prescripted growth. We still need to do it for the other growth, which is, if I recall correctly, it's init growth. Yeah. So right. So when we process init growth, we also need to send out a growth message. Although in this case, it's going to be a little different because where do we? Oh, Seikyu. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna have to kind of like we did with events. I have to like change how we keep track of like the text of like these things. Um. So yeah. Let's So this growth message, we're gonna have to change the format slightly. So I'll have to go through the other places. Yeah, I'll do those. I'll do that first. So Huzzah, schedule insert. Yeah, right now, like for Huzzah, like literally all we do is schedule init growth because like everything else gets handled there. But what we actually have to do now is we have to say kind of like what we were doing with the event. We have to say like say string equals or like no so I'll just say like growth string or whatever. Growth string equals what is it? It's going to be top case, right? Because this is the case where we're processing from IRC chat input. Um, Top case, so it'll be top case dot split on source div, because source div is the uppercase version, so and top case is the uppercase version. Split on source div index 1. Oh, so actually, no, I don't need to assign this for anything. I can just literally send this through as like the last term of this message now. So now the last term of this of the init growth message or schedule item is this text. And so in the other scenario where we init growth, which is through the secret control panel, we're going to do something similar. We're going to say it's like the growth text. Oh, wait, we already have growth text going on. Oh, weird. So wait, actually I didn't have to do that then? No, I did. Yeah, no, I did. But I guess it's only... Huh. Huh. Weird. Okay, there's kind of three different cases to handle here. The reason there are three different cases is that when the chat GM initiates this command, he or she only says like what the growth thing is, because Trusty Bard calculates how many people like actually benefited from the growth thing, and so the difference is that when I do this through the secret control panel, I use a special character, and because Trusty Bard relays all of the contents of the chat from the special panel, he replaces it before he says it, and so with the chat GM, the like this message about how many adventures gained the whatever comes from a separate source. It's like whatever. I guess I just don't here. I'll just yeah, no, this is just super weird. The only time I actually add that extra term is in the case that in the case that the chat GM initiates the event. So weird. So weird. So, all right. So growth text. What is this growth text business? Uh, growth text. Right. So do now index 2 equals 2. That's the case. So this is the. All right. So yeah, this is the special case where we put that text together in like a different way. So growth text. Where the heck is growth text? Growth text. Yeah. So. Okay, so SayQ. Yeah. All right, so we're just going to defer the SayQ stuff. Right. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to say growth string equals blank, and then so in this case we're going to say so instead of SayQ blah blah blah, we're going to say growth string growth string equals huzzah plus blah 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 and then we'll say SayQ dot put growth string growth string and then down here it's different. So down here we'll say okay, so in this case we don't actually put any text up. So in this case growth string stays blank. So yeah, I guess we won't send the message in the case that growth string is blank. But then in this case we'll say growth string equals right, this is the case where do now has an index. Wait, what would it be? Index 4? I forget which position we put it in. So 0 is the time, 1 is the command, 2 is the type, 3 init growth index 3, or what was it? Do now index 3. Hey, a little puppy came to visit. Hey, little puppy. Oh, he's scampered off. Sorry. It's my roommate has a puppy who occasionally will say hello. So so do now index 3. Yeah. So the I'm not like checking for the length of like do now. So hypothetically, if these ever got out of sync, then that'd be weird. I don't think that'll ever happen though. All right, so do not index 3. Yeah. So I don't think the indeed is going to be part of this. Is going to be part of this text. So I'll skip the indeed part, and then I'll say, so, okay, yeah. So I'll say, right. So say quote will get plus equaled with that, and then growth string will get plus equaled with. Oh, wait a second. I already set growth string. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. Okay, so growth string will be plus equal to a space character to separate from the previous text from this new sentence, and then it'll be number strings index 0, but it won't be dot lower because this will be the first word in a sentence. So yeah, it won't be lowercase. And then so likewise it'll be SayQ or here I'll just like duplicate this line. Again, it won't be lower, but it will be growth string plus equals the space character and then plus the number and then SayQ. Oh, so then again it'll be I'll say say quote say quote plus equals this stuff here. A lot of times when I'm getting close to finishing a string, I'll just not even finish it. I'll just like use what I have as part of like the say q.put command. But yeah, so say quote will be to that thing. Actually, I guess I don't really have to. Yeah, whatever. I guess I could have left it how it was, but whatever. I'll just duplicate this, and then so it'll also be growth string spelled correctly. Growth string plus equals adventures have grown from this. Yeah. This time it'll be the same line. Okay, so then we'll say quote, and wait, what's the case where? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, I'll just I was gonna say I can yeah, no, I was gonna put like a check for like whether the message would, or like the growth string was like 0 length, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it the same way I do the say queue. I'm just gonna say so graphics messages. Oh no, I do have to check it. Yeah, no, whatever. I'll do it. Right, because I still have to check for new characters because this is coming in from an outside data source. Or yeah. Okay, so we'll say so if the length of growth string, it'll almost always be greater than 0, but so if the length of the growth string is greater than 0, then for C in growth string, we'll say if so we'll do the new characters thing. New characters equals empty list. So if C not in D font char sets, then new chars index or new chars dot append C and defont char set defont char set dot add C. Yeah. Hey, the Black Lotus, how's it going? Oh, creative. Oh, sorry. Chat was really slow, so I saw the same thing that was said a little while ago, and I was like, oh, someone said something. No, same thing. Same thing as before. Okay. Defont char set dot add C, and then lastly we'll say we only have to do this if growth string is greater than 0. We'll say graphics messages dot put graphics messages dot put, and this will be a growth. It will, and for growth we just send through the text and the new characters, I think, right? It's just those 3 things. Yeah, text growth, and then or no, growth is not an empty string here. Growth is growth string here. And then new characters is new characters. Yeah. Cool. So let's save that, and we did this all backwards, right? So like we implemented the messaging. First we implemented the system, and then we received the messages, and now we're sending the messages. So now that we're sending the messages, the system is now complete. Although we did it in kind of the reverse order, but whatever. Things break less if you do them in the reverse order, because like bad code or like unfinished code tends not to get called. That's not always the case, because like sometimes you're also not initializing variables that have to be existing, but whatever. I think that's why I tend to do it backwards. Oops, sorry. So I think that's good. I think that's what we wanted to accomplish there. So, hooray! I'm really, I'm in a weird space right now because I haven't been streaming for that long today. I got a really late start to streaming, and so I don't know, just in a weird place. I usually try and get a good jump on the start of the week. Oh, so am I done with like on-screen? Oh wait, what was in my list of things? There's something. Epilogues as screen text. Yeah, epilogues as screen text. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a second. I feel weird calling this done. Yeah, epilogues, huh? Epilogues. 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 Sorry. Um, hmm. Yeah, I can just treat this like growth. Because like it's kind of like a growth opportunity. It's just something that happens between events, and it makes text show up on screen for a little while. So yeah, the way epilogues work is that events have outcomes, and outcomes can have epilogues, and the outcome text happens right at the end of the event. The epilogue text happens between the end of the event and the beginning of the next event, and it's usually just like a little bit of added color. It's usually just a little bit of like additional exposition. Like for example, in the case of the C charts, when you're reading your C charts and you choose a heading, you choose your heading, and at the end of the event, you know your destination, but you don't actually arrive at your destination, until a short time later. And so when you arrive at your destination, you teleport to that location, or like you disembark your boat at that location, and then so the epilogue text would show up at that point. So, uh, yeah. Um, okay, so I mean, I just have to choose like a random order. So like growth text, so like epilogue text like just arbitrarily goes before or after growth text. Is that fine? I guess that could be a little weird. Because like hypothetically, if the growth happens first and then the epilogue happens, growth will get appended and then epilogue will get appended. And then if it goes like if I put epilogue first, so it'll go growth epilogue epilogue growth, which is a little weird. Um, yeah, I don't know what I want to do about that necessarily. Because growth, yeah, it's growth is like unpredictable. Um, so what if growth wasn't in the system? Like, what if growth was the last thing added? How would I how would I do that? Um, I mean, I could just get a little bit smarter. Like I've been uh oh yeah. Yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick of it, the Black Lotus. This event is a little weird, admittedly. If like, yeah, as you're new, like it's probably not the best like example of. Oh, and you asked a question, and I did not answer your question. Are you doing this thing solo, or are you in a group of sorts? This is actually 100% solo. Um, I do have a way that players can add their own events to the game. I have like a form that people like some people. So not all of the events in the game are mine, because some people have written their own events and sent them in, and have added them to the game. But other than that, it's 100% me. I am artist. I am programmer. um, yeah. So the ogre cave is kind of a weird event. It doesn't come up very often. It only comes up if you happen to like in the previous event, it asked us like, do you want to build a staircase, or do you want to cut through the foliage? And you only actually ever get to this case if you decide to cut through the foliage, because like you're kind of like off the beaten path, and like yeah. And so this event was very intentionally like confusing or like disorienting in a way. um but yeah, the other events, most of the events in the game are a bit more normal than this one. Yeah, because like what the heck is Grubach and what the heck is Zer? They do actually mean something in ogre language. Like I did actually make up a definition for them in like this ogre language, but until you've played the event, you don't really know what that definition is. um, I will tell you though, you're not going to get killed by ogres. So if that helps, I do like messing with people's heads. Yes. um, I mean, you can always just hope that they don't notice you, right? That's always an option, right? um, hey, good job, Kev's Island. um, okay, so yeah, so I should probably just get smarter. Like I was kind of like cheating to instead of having to like make any intelligent decisions about like how to order these messages, I was just kind of like just kind of like slapping them in there in like whatever order. But I guess this is like the situation where I kind of do want to determine an order and stick to it. I mean, the worst case scenario is that it just shows the same message. Like it does the thing that I described before. It goes like message A, message B, message B, message A, which is just weird and like I don't. I prefer it to like cycle more cleanly. So, uh, yeah. I mean, hypothetically, it doesn't happen very often, but hypothetically, you can have an outro message, a growth message, and an epilogue message, like all in the same thing. And I do plan on adding other text types. So, like die rolls. Well, actually, no, die rolls are not going to be that confusing because die rolls are only going to go across the screen once. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So there are going to be some. Maybe I should do that with growth text too. Maybe growth text should only go across the screen once. Um, maybe like everything except for event text should just go across the screen once, because that would simplify things a lot. And I don't want text to be on screen very often. So yeah, I guess event text should be the only thing that cycles then, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, no, that simplifies things a lot because then everything else is a one-off, and I don't have to care about ordering. I'm not like lazy. I'm okay. I'm not just lazy. Like I'm not doing this just because I'm lazy. I'm also trying to like take into account like screen real estate. Like when text is on screen, like you miss a lot of the character art, and yeah, like we noticed earlier, like one of the things that I don't like is when someone levels up and there's text like covering them up. Because like, what if the character got like a cool new pair of boots or something? Like this, like you can't see people's boots when there's this text scrolling along the bottom of the screen. Um, yeah, and like this event ended like a minute and a half ago, and they're still scrolling this text, and that's like just not necessary. So, um, maybe huh. I was gonna say maybe with like everything except for the actually maybe just all text in general should like scroll in from the side of the screen. Because right now I have text that like just appears in the middle of the screen, and like maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just I don't know. Um, because for one thing, I don't really like how it looks when the text just appears out of nowhere. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna do the thing that I said about like just switching it over to one-offs instead of having it like repeated text. So yeah. Uh, let's go to where is it? So screen text. Here. Yeah. So the only thing that we ever actually add on is going to be this this mid time text, or this text and this mid time text. And so I don't have to plus equal new text position, and that wasn't even on the correct line anyways. So, so yeah, so now the only thing that we have to do in this loop is just the event text and just the midtime text, and then everything else will just get everything else will just get handled. Uh, comments, pfft, comments. No, like we were talking about earlier. Oh, sorry, I missed another question. Um, uh, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it's just me on this project, and I've really taken advantage of that. Like, since I know it's just me on this project, and I know it'll basically always just be me on this project. Okay, well, this is the thing. If I ever hired an engineer for this project, I he would need to, or he or she would need to rewrite like literally the entire project. So there's no real point in having comments. um, yeah. And because it's just me, like I don't need comments for myself. Um, I have just as it's just as easy for me to reread what I've done than to leave comments for myself. It'd actually probably be more time consuming for me to leave comments for myself than just for me to redecipher. And so the question about how long I've been working on this project, I started this project about 7 months ago, but I've only really been working on it for about 5 months total. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, welcome back, Arfendorf. How you been? um, what is, yeah, what is the rest of this business? Oh, right. Okay, so the rest of this business is that. So the other one-off events are handled already because I'm already adding those in when the messages come through, and now I just need one for at this point I probably should instead of using that like growth event or whatever, I should just use this for like one-off screen text events. So maybe I will change it back. So instead of like growth, maybe this will just be screen text, the message, screen text, the message. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Screen text. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So I have to go back and change growth because the growth is no longer the message anymore. I was pleased to change that name anyways because growth is what I use for growth is what I call it for the scheduling system. So, yeah. So the graphics messages dot put growth thing, I was not necessarily enthusiastic about having that as like ambiguously whatever. All right, so this will be screen text, and also here. So now we'll also put this on epilogues, and I can put it on dice rolls. I can just stick it everywhere now. So hey, Boom, how's it going? So yeah, so epilogues. Yeah, let's go to epilogues. Epilogue. Yeah, say epilogue. Oh, right. So there's say epilogue and there's say epilogue away, and they're both the same thing. So epilogue text equals blank. Epilogue location, blah blah blah. Wait, what the heck is epilogue text? Oh, that's me clearing what? Yeah, that's me clearing the old epilogue text. So say q dot put epilogue text, and then graphics messages dot put screen. So it's the list screen text comma epilogue text. Oh, and I need to screen it for. No, I don't need to screen epilogues for. I don't need to screen epilogues for text because for new characters because epilogue text comes from the prefabricated text, prefabricated events, and I mean I might want like one thing I don't have right now is just like a screen text command, so I might want it so that like GMs have a way to just like make text appear on screen. Now that's a thing, right? Previously that wasn't a thing. Hope I don't mind you asking, where did I learn all my Python skills? I went to a couple seminars, like at a university near where I was working. They had like a seminar. It was like a 3-day seminar, and it was just like an intro to Python. So I went to that, and then one of my friends was like putting together a curriculum, like another like short curriculum on like, hey, here's how to Python, and I went to that as well. That was like, I think that one was just like an afternoon, sort of thing, and then I just made up the rest. I didn't actually bother to learn Python. I just started working in Python, and over time I just started like picking up things about how to do things, and I'm still learning. But that was like 7 months ago, and I have learned a bit along the way, so I'm better at, I'm the happiest Twitch streamer. Thank you. No, the trick is, just like, stream, and then do things that you really like do things that make you just happy in real life, and that's the trick. That's the trick to it. I make games. I'm a game makey person guy. Sorry, I'm so excited. I just ripped my earbuds out of my, or ripped my my headphones out of my mobile device. All right. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. So we send the screen text message for epilogue text, and then, like I said, Hey, this new follower notice. There are no new characters that we have to worry about here. Um, Boom Fizz, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. um, uh, I was gonna say it's like this all the time, but the only other thing that we sometimes do on this channel is sometimes we like complain, and by we I mean me. I can I'll occasionally complain about stuff, but other than that, this is the usual. Um, what So sometimes we dance a little bit too. We don't dance well, but we do dance. Sorry. Um, so yeah, so dice rolls are another thing that happened in this game that like we can just. I mean, now that the screen text command is so simple, like there's like basically no overhead in adding these things. We basically just have to go to the place. We have to check for new characters if we have new characters, and then we have to just send it over as screen text as such. So let's say uh, learning Python in school, don't understand the leap between getting servers for an online Twitch game with ongoing gameplay. Oh yeah, yeah. So actually, you know what's funny is like that's actually why I chose Python in the first place. Is that it makes like the Twitch IRC stuff is so easy. It's here actually. Let's look at it right now because it's so easy. Oh wait, I might have moved it around, but okay. So what we do is we import socket. We set up like the this credentials file, it has like secret private information. The reason I have one other file for this project and it's that one, and that's because that's where I keep my secret information that I don't want to show on stream. But if you go to if you just go into like a search engine and you say Twitch IRC, then the top ranking result will be this Twitch IRC page, and it'll tell you like here are the credentials that you need, right? You need the server, you need the port, and then you need to get your OAuth token, which you can get from like Twitch will tell you how to get your OAuth token. This is basically like how you because like Trusty Bard is the storyteller for this game, and like he has a Twitch password, right? So like in order to connect with Trusty Bard, I have to input Trusty Bard's password. So that's what's in this credentials folder. So it's this credentials folder, which is like the secret password. It's like the channel and the administrator and then all right. So let's like I swear to you, it's this. So so like those things that I just mentioned, all of those were just those are just those are just the those are just like data points, right? So like all we do is we say socket.connect. Oh, so we say SKT is my socket. SKT equals socket.socket. SKT.connect, all we do is connect and we tell it the server and the port, and then we send it these are the things that thing tells you to do, that this web page, like they tell you to send your it has to be your like you have to send over your username and blah blah blah, and then so you send it like those four things, and then you that's basically all of it. Now you're up and running. All I do is like I have this like I put it on like I put the data on separate threads. Like all my network stuff is on separate threads. You don't have to do that. It's kind of nice, but so yeah. So if we look at my threads though, all they do is like I have one thread that says that all it does is it just keeps saying new IRC data equals string.split socket receive. So all this does is it reads in the new data, and then I have another one that says socket.send. And yeah, so when you send to chat, you say prove message because that's how you let it know that you want it to actually say something. You're not just sending a command to the server, but you're sending a command to be put into chat, and you say the channel, and then you say what you want to say. And so that's how Trusty Bard talks. Like whenever, Trusty Bard says balance is the key to success here, because I said socket.send, priv message, then channel is pound binary. That's the name of the channel. And then space colon, and then the say M in that case was balance is the key to success, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, it's like, it's really good. It's really good and really easy. The one other thing is that you'll want to ping the server every now and again, because if you don't ping the server now and then, it'll disconnect you. But literally, that's all you have to do for to connect to IRC uh, chat Twitch IRC in Python, and then you're up and running, and then step two, you make a game, and then congratulations, you're done. Okay. Um, so yeah, what am I? Yeah, so rolling dice. I think rolling dice is the only other one that I'm going to support right now. I could do other ones, but like I don't care about other ones. Rolling dice is like the only thing that like the only other thing that like I think I actually care about. Actually, no, is that true? Now that I think about it, let's take a look at what are the other GM chat commands real quick, because as I was saying that, it occurred to me like there's a command. Whoops, that's not what I was looking for. There's a command for teleportation, like the GM can teleport to a new location, and like that one could be kind of interesting. So we did low, we did huzzah, hither, yeah, hither. We're not going to do a lack because a lack is just how the GM stops being the GM. But we will do hither. Yeah, we'll do hither. We'll do dice rolls, and then like the other stuff, like I think I'm just not. I'll worry about it someday. But like behold and like sooth, like those things like are dumb. Frankly, I talk so often about just cutting those things completely from the game. So it's more likely that I'll cut them than I'll continue to support them. I say, but then at the same time, I haven't cut them yet, so who knows? Maybe someday. Okay, so rolling dice. Roll, yeah. So schedule, init roll. That's what I'm looking for. Init roll. I think both rolls. Like, I think roll always goes through init roll. Yeah. So, oh, but what's different is, like, how the text works. So wait, init roll. What the heck does init roll mean? Apparently I never use it anywhere, but whatever. Am I using Pygame library to run the interactive screen? I mean, kind of. I use Pygame, but yeah. I use Pygame in a kind of weird way. One of the things about Twitch is that there's a 20-second delay between when I say something and when you hear me say something, which is the same for the graphics too. There's a 20-second delay between when you input a command and when that command shows up in game for you. When you input a command, that command shows up in game immediately for me. Like here, I'll just demonstrate real quick. Like well here, like so this is my secret control panel, right? And so so this is where the voice data shows up. So I'm going to say in chat, I'm going to say like potato, because I always say potato, because I have like a weird like subconscious obsession with potatoes. So I hit enter, and almost immediately potato shows up on screen, right? You guys, that was a really bad example now that I think about it, because you guys saw me see potato in chat like 20 seconds before you saw this. But here, let me show the. I guess this will be a better example. So here's Binrybot, my secondary account that I just use for testing purposes. Here's him in the chat channel. So now Binrybot says radishes. It shows up almost immediately on my side, but then there's a 20-second delay. So Binrybot say radishes like 20 seconds before you even saw me type it and like input it here. So I don't know. The reason the reason I'm mentioning this is that you called the graphics interactive, and they're technically interactive, but if you are going forward with like making a Twitch game, keep in mind that that's far and away the biggest obstacle you will encounter in your game. And it will, for me personally, I use that as like the dictum of like, you know, here's what game I could possibly make. And I made the game that worked best with that. Other people like will just, you know, work around it, I guess. Because there's no way to truly get around it. You deal with it, or your game doesn't work, right? So those are your options. Which is why I just wanted to mention it to you up front, because that's like, that you know, a lot of games just aren't going to work, and a lot of games are going to need a lot of accommodation or modification in order to work. All right, so I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did like before. I'm just going to like uh, wait a second. Was this a knit roll business? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, right. Okay, right. This is the suffix command. Yeah, suffix commands. If the length of suffix command is greater than 0. Suffix command? Yeah, sure. So, how do I get the text though? Uh, um, yeah, so like before, if the length of suffix command is greater than 0, we will say, oh, event midtime. You, okay. Oh, weird. Oh, weird. I forgot that when the GM calls event midtime, the GM sometimes uses like additional text to call midtime. I don't know what I want to do about that. Well, so for one thing, I kind of want to get rid of the suffix commands. Suffix commands. I kind of want to come up with like a clean way to just like cut the suffix commands out. I mean, I could how do I get the suffix command? Yeah, suffix command. So, oh, suffix command index 0. Wait, yeah, how do I get suffix command? Refind all. Wait, how? Oh, I'm searching in last word. Right, no, I looked at this earlier. And last word is, last word is, wait, last word equals, last word indexed from the first character to the length of last word. For one thing, I don't know why I'm cutting off the first character, but what? What am I doing here? Sorry. Last word equals T-split indexed at the length of T-split minus 1. Oh, I'm funny. This was before I realized like how like what's the correct way to like index in Python. So this one is supposed to be indexed at -1, and this one's supposed to be indexed at 1 colon. Why is this one at 1 colon though? Last word. If the length of T-split, oh, if the length of T-split equals 4? What is this magical significance of equaling 4? I guess, this must have, no, this is, oh, no, I know what this is about. Oh, this I can get rid of, actually. Yeah. Right, because, this used to be, oh, no, wait, no, can I? No, T-split, no, yeah, no, I was thinking of, like, source div. Earlier I changed it so that, like, source division, like, so I have, like, a way that I, like, parse out just, like, the actual text from, yeah, no, so I guess this is still necessary. This is, because there's, okay, yeah, no, this is fine. Um, yeah, so I guess I could get rid of, I could get rid of, I get rid of the suffix command without too much difficulty. Um, what is this? If the length of T-split equals, no, that's the thing I just looked at. Wow, I have a short memory. I have a very short-term memory. How am I making money on my individual stuff? Um, right now I have a donation box set up, but I'm also not spending a lot of time worrying about money yet. I I'm calling this like phase 0 of my independent game development. I have a plan for phase 0, and it doesn't like I have all the money I need for phase 0. So while I do want to switch into phase 1 or phase 2, and like I do eventually plan to start monetizing things, um, I'm not in a hurry. I'm easing into it because I don't want to sell things that I'm not like proud of. Like I want to. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it exactly. I guess I just want to. Like the first step, like phase 0 is about like making things. There is a part where I'll want to start monetizing things, but there's no point in worrying about that until I've made something worth monetizing, I guess. Yeah. But some people like giving me money, so I do have a donations box, which it's a non-zero amount of money. I cannot scoff at the amount of money that comes in just from donations. So there's that. um, so yeah. So this suffix command thing. Hmm. I guess. I feel like I should. I feel like I should like pre-process this data and like just like cut out the suffix command from the start, because like I don't know, maybe that's overkill. Because like I don't know, there are only like certain cases where I'll actually want to cut out the suffix command. Um. Oh, you know what I could do is I could yeah. Yeah, no, you know what I'll do is I'll do this like suffix command equals blah 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 business. And then what? Where was the other place? It was in Hark, right? Yeah, it was in Hark. But again, it'll be Hark, it'll be Midtime, it'll be basically all those places that text can show up on screen. So maybe I should probably just do it up front. Uh, yeah. Yes. Wait, for the oh yeah. For the end of event stuff, I'm not handling like the GM text here either. So yeah, I should just do this up front. The thing about okay. Yes. And this is fairly easy. This is fairly straightforward. So where's the thing about suffix command? Uh yeah, so suffix command, so I'm gonna do this much sooner. Um um I could just change the order of these things. I could just like make suffix command like the first thing of this like this cascading like if oh no, this is not supposed to be part of the if thing because suffix commands are not mutually exclusive. So I will do this up front, and then actually, huh? No, yeah, no, this is good. Okay, I was gonna say like I could do the suffix command thing up front, and then like I was talking about with like adding in like a command for like GM text to like show up on screen. Um, I was thinking I could just like basically just have anything the GM says, like just do that instead, and not have to worry about like all those other cases. But I do kind of care about the other cases. So uh, let's yeah, let's care about the other cases, I guess. Uh, so we'll still do that, and then right after we do that, we'll do the suffix command equals refind all blah blah blah. Uh, so then we'll just say so if or okay wait, what's the we have like top case, so we'll say like top clean equals top clean equals top case, and then so if so we'll do the suffix command, then we'll say if the length of suffix command is greater than 0, the length of it is greater than 0. Top clean. Oh, weird. Oh, weird. Wait, why would it be... I'm checking if the length of suffix command is greater than 0, but it really should only ever be 0 or 1. How good is my regex here? Here, let me, so regex find all, copy this. I think I already have a script where I can, like, noodle around with regex, just to test stuff out. Yeah, so, like, last of character, whatever. So let's print, regex find all, of this string in, so yeah, I'm just curious, like, if I had, like, open square brace, blah, 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 close square brace, open square brace, blah, 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 close square brace, what would this turn out as? Yeah, it would come up with both of them. So, what is it that I want to do here? I don't think this is the right regex. It's like, no, you know what I want to do is the like start of string, end of string stuff. Oh, which I was actually testing out in this file before I... So up caret represents the start of the string. Oh. Why am I... Wait, what? I have an up caret there. Wait, does up caret not mean the start of the string? What if I put an up caret here? What would that do? That would just return the first one. No, what I actually want to return is like just the... Yeah. Wait, so start of string, open... I have too many square braces and like not square braces in here. Oh, okay. So no, I'll just get rid of I'll get rid of this middle term, right? And then no, wait, no, that's not going to do it. That alone is not going to do it. No. I have to say what is the term for just any character? What's like the regex like character just to represent like any character, like completely wild card? Actually, I'll just look in the Python docs specifically, because I'm more familiar with those. So regex. So dot in the default mode matches any character except a new line. That sounds fine. So let's just say dot plus. How's that go? Okay, so that just returns the single entire thing. So like if someone accidentally puts like closed square braces, open square braces inside the regex thing, then it'll just get recognized as like not a valid command. Did I mean for it? I don't think I ever meant for it to be able to process like multiple suffix commands at the same time. So if there's a space between them, then it'll only return oh no, it still returns the whole thing. Which is fine. That's fine. I'm still gonna use this. I'm still gonna use this. What happens actually though if there's no space, if there's no characters in here? Okay, right. But what if there are like no characters like at all? What if it's like completely empty? Will that does not like return anything? Yeah, that doesn't return any hits. Oh, so no, I don't necessarily want that. Like dot plus. Huh. Well, I'm trying to say like it starts with a. I'm trying to say like it starts with a open brace and it ends with a closed brace, and then I mean maybe I shouldn't be using regex for this. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is just not a job for regex. Now that I think about it. So like, what if instead I just said suffix command equals so I'll just say, so if last word index 0 equals open brace, the open brace character, open square brace character, and L last word index -1, the last character equals the closed square brace. Maybe this is just a more direct route to what I'm getting at. Then we'll say suffix command equals last word. Actually, I can even just say the suffix command in this case can just be last word indexed from the first character to the second to last character. Like, we can just cut out the square braces at this point. And actually, no, that's exactly not what I was trying to accomplish. Because I was actually just about to say, so it'll just equal last word. Oh, actually, no, we have last word. So wait, no. Yeah, no. No, we can do that, right? Because we have last word, and in this case, so we don't. So we'll get rid of that conditional. We'll say so suffix command equals blah blah whatever. A closed square braces. And then we'll say top clean. Shut up. We're gonna use suffix command later. Oh. I'm gonna set it back to nothing. Right. Yeah, no, I do have to set it back to nothing, because if I don't set it back to nothing, then like after one suffix command, all of these commands will register as like having that suffix command like again and again. All right. So top clean equals oh man. Frick. This is not as easy as I thought it was going to be, because I don't know exactly what the case is for last word. Oh, so you know what? Maybe last word. Maybe I won't get last word out of T-split -1. Maybe last word will be like, where do I use last word? Is like this literally the only place that I use last word? Because if I don't use it any place after this, then yeah, this is the only place that I use it. So I can just do so last word equals I'll use top case dot split on the space character, and then right, so this is fine, and then so we'll say if suffix command or if last word blah blah, because like square braces uppercase lowercase no difference, but then we'll say suffix command indexed as such dot lower, because we'll want to, because that's a command, so we'll want to use it. Like all the commands just are all recognized in lowercase. But then top clean, we'll say equals top case dot replace. Is that a thing? I basically want to like look through so I know we have this like suffix command, and I basically just want to chop it off. Actually, no, you know what? I'll just chop it off manually. I'll say top case indexed from the first character, which I can just put in the colon, to jump to index to the so like what would it be? It'd be like 0 minus I don't know if that's strictly necessary, but 0 minus the length of last word. Oh right, no, okay, so I'm silly. Right, I'm just going by the length of the string, and it doesn't matter if the length of the string is uppercase or lowercase, so it can be T-split. No, I can use T-split. Right. Duh. So this doesn't have to be lower. I had worked this out in my head at one point, and then I just kind of forgot about it. No, it'll just be 0 minus the length of last word plus 1, because we want to get rid of the entire last word with like the suffix command. We want to get rid of the entire suffix command and the space character. Oh yeah. actually, so we only need to do this if if what? If the length of what was it? T split is greater than 4. Length of T split is greater than 4. Because if this is the first word, like if this is only a suffix command, yeah, okay. So if the length of T split is greater than 4, we'll say top clean equals top case. Else top clean equals the empty string, because that's the case where there's only the suffix command and there's no other text, and so apart from the suffix command there is nothing else to say, or there's nothing else that has been said. Okay, excellent, good then. So let's right, so okay, so let's go down to our suffix command, because we messed stuff up. we made a mess of things up here. Oh, okay, so let's go, actually, so hark. Yeah, hark we can now use top clean instead of using oh wait, top clean isn't supposed to be top case. It's supposed to be top case index 1. Yeah. Yeah, because top case is split. Oh no, top case isn't split on source div. Oh, am I using that correctly? Oh, no. It's because right. No, yeah. I used top case later, but I split it then. So that's weird. So I can just, maybe I should just split it up front. Yeah. Huh. So I'll say top clean equals top case dot split on space character. No, not split on space character. Split on source div index 1, because that's the only one we care about. So now all those places that we were referencing, top case, source split, blah, 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 we can just say, right, because anytime we reference top case, we referenced it as such. So now we can just reference top clean instead. And top clean will just be, yeah. There will be, yeah, and so top clean sometimes will be an empty string, though. Wait, what did I just change? Oh, I got rid of the closed square brace by accident. Yeah, sometimes top clean will just be an empty string, and so we'll have to make sure that, what is it, for init event and init growth, like when it is just an empty string. Oh no, that's crazy. No, it can't be an empty string because it has the hark command and it has the the huzzah command. No, in dice rolling, that's the place where, in dice rolling and in calling event mid-time, those are the places where, excuse me, where it could be an empty string. Okay, so, right, so this is also top clean. I might want to call it something different, because, like, it's not really top the way the other things are top, but, no, whatever. No, that makes enough sense, how it is written here. Okay, so yeah, so suffix command, yeah, I changed how that works. Specifically, I cleaned it in advance, so I don't have to, like, rinse it here, right? So I don't have to do this suffix command index 0, index like blah blah blah. No, yeah, so it's just so if the length of suffix command is greater than 0, I think that actually holds up, because we're, in the case where, like, I think we're resetting suffix command into blank, so yeah, so we can still keep it as that, but then we can just say so if event on and suffix command. Yeah, so just suffix command, not indexed at all. Just suffix command in event name.keys, event names.keys, then we'll say cur ev type equal event names index suffix command, no other indexing, and And again, we just don't need any of this other indexing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And knit roll. Oh yeah, this is just left over from before the scheduling system. Oops. Knit suffix command. Okay. Uh, so, cool. Now, now what? Let's, yeah, so let's look in, what was the one, it was that we changed that, no. None of the ones that we've set up yet have to deal with blank text. Only the ones that we set up now for event midtime and for a knit roll. Those ones have to deal with blank text. So I can set those up now, or I mean, I kind of want to, like I did before. I kind of want to send like top clean through as like another value, because I don't like we initiate the. So this is where the command gets initiated. So I could just send this like through as screen text, but I think I want, like, there's more text to come. Like there's the outcome of the dice roll as well, and we'll link them together so that they don't go through as like two separate things. They'll like come through as like the same thing. Okay, so top clean will get sent through here. And yeah, I guess I'll do it here too. So top clean. Oops, not top clear, top clean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so for low, conclude event equals true. Yeah. I'm gonna say like GM outro equals top clean or something, and then yeah, because then also so GM outro is not a thing yet, so let's make GM outro a thing. We'll put it with like our other GM stuff. Where's our other GM stuff live? So like GM stuff, GM name, GM display name, GM active, GM blah blah blah. So nudge limit never get referenced anywhere. Seems weird. Right. Oh yeah, so GM outro, GM outro equals blank for starters. Should I just I was gonna say, should I make this like more generic? I don't think I need to. I think this is probably fine. Yeah, GM outro. And then, so we're just gonna say, so when we conclude the event, like if the event is concluded like at the hands of the GM or whatever, where would that be? Is this gonna be the cleanest way to handle this? Yeah, I think so. And we can put it right inside the, whether the GM even exists block. Yeah, okay, so, where is this? This is down when we process the conclusion of the event, which is down here. So we say graphics message event status, outro string, new characters, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is like right before we do the GM active thing, so I'll just move this to like right after the GM active thing. Right, so if GM active, so we'll say if GM active, then wait. Oh, this isn't the if GM active that I was thinking of. Are there two if GM actives? Yeah, there are. Alright, so I guess I didn't have to change it. Oh. I was thinking like maybe this is actually a better place for the relative to the outro string, but like no, this is fine. Oh, so I should wait, have I by this point in text, I've already said the outro string, right? I've already said, oh, whoa. I should not be moving this separate from the new characters block. Yeah, no, those have to be buddy. I've already like said like outro, like say q dot put outro string. So I actually could just edit the outro string at this point. Because I was just thinking like, so like if GM active, like if GM outro, if the length of GM outro is, or like I can even just say if GM outro not equal the empty string, then I could just say like outro text, outro string equals GM outro plus a space character plus oh, but the low. Oh, yeah, the low would be redundant here. Like the low, like the yeah. So I guess I would want to filter that out. Yeah. I mean, you could just put in a third check for like if GM active and GM outro. um, I don't know. I just want to make sure that like I don't like accidentally like misfire this like string like a million times over, because I'd get awkward. And I don't have to be too worried about it, but like, yeah, no, whatever. I'll just say like if GM outro, I'll just do it here instead. So if GM outro not equal the empty string, and I'll just have to be very careful about making sure GM outro doesn't become the wrong thing at the wrong time. So if GM outro not equal blank, then outro string, or I don't know. This really shouldn't bother me, but like, I don't like it when something gets defined inside a conditional statement. Just because I think it's because C languages don't like when something gets defined inside a conditional statement. But whatever. GM outro. All right. So GM outro plus space. Yeah. And then the else case here is that outro string plus equals like low. Yeah. Oh, space. No, yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Okay. And the rest of it will happen, etc., etc. All right, so I can go back down to the other place where I was like worrying about like the GM outro, blah, 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 whatever. And I can put that back to how it had been previously. Oh, wait a second. No, this is fine. This is fine. It's fine. I keep like, but no, this is actually fine. So GM outro, we can get rid of this. It's not a real thing. And like, it doesn't matter if I put this, if I leave it here, put it back to where it was, but I'm just going to put it back to where it was for no particular reason. I don't even remember where it was. I'm just going to put it next to say. Because, I don't know, they feel related to me. They both use the outro string. Alright. So that should be fine now. The low command. Low. Right, so low is the one where I changed it so that the command actually gets passed through. So now if we go to event midtime. Oh wait, no, sorry, not the low command. The the call midtime. So if we go to event midtime, and then we go to where it gets processed. Was that it? No. This is where it gets processed. So again, like the oh yeah. So the screen string. Wait, what do you mean it doesn't get used anywhere? Your face doesn't get used anywhere. Sorry, that was really harsh. Oh, you lying piece of garbage. It totally gets used. This like this whole grayed out thing that it does usually means like, oh, local string not used anywhere. But it's like, no, you're wrong and bad, and I hate you. It gets used right freaking here. If this doesn't count as usage, whatever. PyCharm is a jerk. That's why typically I have all of those things deactivated. Like all these like piddling little like things that it complains about. Like most of the, like more often than they're helpful, they're either wrong or they're just completely irrelevant. So I've left them enabled because I'm working in journey underscore run. I didn't plan on doing that today, but I ended up doing that today. Speaking of running, I left the game just kind of hanging out here. I'm gonna make the game look weird for a second because I'm dragging it across the screen, but I'm just gonna moving it down here so that I can actually like keep an eye on it. Because like it's not super often like that visual bugs happen, but like if something like that ever happened, that would probably be an indication of like a pretty bad bug. So no, that only happened because I was dragging the visuals around and they can't re-render while I'm dragging them. But all right, now I have them in a position where I can actually like, keep an eye on them. So uh, let's do what then? We can do what? So we have the screen string and we're updating it. Right. So we'll say if the oops, excuse me, if the length of if the length of should I go by the like do now? Should I go by the command? I guess. So if the length of do now, oh, what is what is it usually? It's only has two. Yeah, because right, there usually isn't the third command. I added in the third command in the case of top clean. So we can say yeah, so if we can say if the length of do now is greater than 2, then if that third value exists, then it's then we'll say screen string screen string equals do now index 2 do now index 2 do now index 2 plus space character, and then yeah okay yeah. So now I mean hypothetically I can make it so that like on my secret control panel I can also put this text in, like if I want to. I typically don't want to, or at least I've never been particularly motivated to do so. Oh, you know what I should actually do? I should say if the length of do now is greater than 2 and, yeah. Right, so if the length of do now is greater than 2 and the length, and do now index 2, right, because it just occurred to me, like, do now index 2 could equal, the empty string, and we don't, in the case of the empty string, we don't actually care about it. But, yeah, the rest of that's fine. Did I just, like, mistype screen string? Like, why is it? No, it literally just doesn't think that screen string is getting used. So annoying. I should probably turn off these errors. Customize highlighting level. None. Yeah. It's just not helpful. Alright, so, what are these things that are highlighted on the sidebar? I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't care. Alright, so what should I, whoa. Oh, you know what's funny? There's a green tinge to the, there's like a greenish tinge to the frame of the text on the bottom of the screen, like the backing of on the bottom of the screen, and that's because we just transitioned in from the forest. I should probably be a little bit, I don't know, a little more classy about that. I technically, like, right, so I kind of made like an improvement, and I don't know, I shouldn't air quotes improvement, because it was an improvement, where like I prefabricate those text plates up front so that I don't have to refabricate them on an ongoing basis. But one of the downsides is that it makes it a little more awkward, like when we go through these transitions, because that text plate, maybe it made enough sense for it to have been green at the start. It probably didn't. We were probably way too far through that transition for it even to have made sense. I guess, I mean, the one thing that I've been like dragging my feet about is that I haven't been updating the graphics thread when we transition between phases. Wait, no, what am I talking about? The graphics thread is the one that keeps track of that. No. No, I can easily do that. Yeah. Yeah, wow, I'm a crazy person. Um No, it's the data thread that can't know about that. And sometimes it's awkward for the data thread, but no, the graphics thread can totally know about that. So, huh. Yeah. Fun. All right, let's go to sorry, I'm just going to get really distracted real quick to go to Blit event or Blit text because yeah, we can just so right now we say global environment. But let's also say like global n phase. Is n phase persistent? I know we reset it every frame. But it's consistent in any given frame. Like once we set it, we don't like change it. Yeah, so we set the phase and then right. So uh right. So we'll say so if environment phase we'll say so yeah. Wait, when does environment actually get referenced? It's when we're building the frame, right? Yeah. So I guess we do that kind of a lot. So I'll say like so like env for frame equals I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's like something blank. Uh, I haven't restarted the script since I stopped the outro string from like repeating like a million times over. I should probably restart the script sometimes because that's gonna get really annoying. I mean, I haven't been paying as much attention to it. It's probably been really annoying to you guys this whole time. I apologize for that. All right, so environment for frame equals empty string. We'll say empty string. That's so. No, I should not. No, I should not be doing it like this. I should be saying um. All right, so no, I'll just say like, and I'll just say like frames, right? Frames equals an empty list, and then we'll say so if n phase is less than or equal to I want to say like phase 3. Like I want to say something really early. I could do phase 5 because 5 is exactly in the middle. So if we were like before the phase or after the phase, but like these things that we're creating like stay on screen for more than like a split second. So um what are the phases? Um we have phase 2, phase 3. So phase 2 happens relatively soon. No, phase 2 happens halfway through the first environment side. And this one happens like 2/3 of the way through the first environment side. So like this is fine. I'll use phase 3. So if it's less than or equal to phase 3, then we'll go with then we'll say frames frames equals so what's it going to be? It's going to be where do we use the environment? So it's going to be like yeah, it's going to be environment frame L, environment frame M, environment frame R. Frame index. So I assume this will work. Environment frame M, environment frame L, environment frame R. R and M, and then the else case. Yeah, this is. Oh, whoops! I put this in the wrong place. This is right. That's where it gets initialized. Here's where it gets set as such, and then the else case. is going to be similar, except the else case will be frames equals next env. So next env frame L, next env frame M, and next env frame R. Okay, so then these places that we're using env frame, etc., these are just going to be so like env frame